So how do you make yourself stand out from the crowd? Well, the way you do it is you record a video of you teaching that content, you get it transcribed, and then you take that transcription and you paste it into ChatGPT and you say, ChatGPT, make this, rewrite it and make it sound awesome, or rewrite it and convince someone using this content that they need to book an appointment with me.
This is the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast for entrepreneurs and business owners looking for cool online tools, apps and strategies to make business easy online. My name is Nick Cree and I'm your host. Each episode features a guest expert demystifying the online universe, sharing inspirational ideas and providing tested real-world strategies to help you get the most of what's available online to grow your business today. Don't be a slave to your business, get your business working for you. Subscribe now and get some great content and ideas for you and your business today. All right, well, time now to hand over to the main billing for tonight, and that's Marlon Marescia. Marlon's actually been on the show before, but he's been on it when we had it in person. It was the KTV Event Centre. So this was pre all of this rubbish that we've had, where they've locked us down, locked us out, and locked us up. So, and that was a live event that we had that he presented. It's good to have Marlon back here on our live version of this, which I think we've been running for almost 7 years with this show in its entirety. So it's probably been about 4 or 5 years, I think, so Marlon, since you were last on. So good to have you back. So for those that don't know Marlon, he does live on the Gold Coast. He runs 2 marketing agencies, and not just one. He's insane enough to actually run 2. And the majority of his clients, so even though he lives on the Gold Coast, the majority of his clients are in the United States. So he's never stepped foot in the United States, but yet that's where he chooses to do business. And these days, being online, it's obviously easy to do. So how's he been able to get these clients in the US? Well, his real secret to this is he's used video. So video has been the thing he's got to connect with them. He's used video to attract clients, to establish trust quickly with them, and really with people all over the world, not just the US. But here's the incredible thing. He has, I don't know how he's done this, but he's been incredibly busy and he's built an app that helps him and his clients scale their video marketing without a marketing team. So they can do it by themselves without a marketing team at all. And he is all in on video. And of course, we all know that video has really taken over the social media platforms, and most content these days is consumed by video. So Marlon's here to show us how to do it. You don't need a team. You can do it yourself. And he's got some really interesting ways of putting this together tonight. So let's put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Marlon Marescia.
Hi, everyone. Well, thanks, Nick. Thanks for having me. And it's good to be here. Can everyone hear me? Nick, am I?
Loud and clear. Yep.
Okay, great. Well, actually, Nick, you said I was here 5 years ago, but I actually spoke when you were running the WordPress user group, and I spoke for you at that user group. And that was probably a couple of years before KTV. So it's amazing how long we've known each other, and it's good to be here, guys. So thanks for having me. And today it's all about video. And what I'm going to teach you tonight about video is everything that I've already done. So I'm not going to teach you anything I haven't done and anything I haven't had success with. And that's something that I really pride myself in, that I don't, if you go to an SEO company and you say to them, hey, are you guys number one? And they're like, no, we're not number one. And SEO is really hard, but we could make you number one. Like, our industry is really hard to be number one because it's so competitive. So we're not number one, but we could make you number one. I think I don't like that. I think if you're going to say you're going to make someone number one, then you should be number one yourself. And so everything I'm about to teach you tonight, I've done and I've had success in, and I won't teach you anything that I haven't already done. I won't teach you theory, I'll only teach you fact. And so let's get stuck into it. We're going to talk about the video marketing machine. And let me share my screen with you. So you should be able to see my screen here. And so Here we go. So it's called the Video Marketing Machine. And this is something I've been doing myself initially, and then I've started doing it for clients. And I'm going to teach you today how to execute a complete marketing strategy with just one video a week. And you'll see what that means, but it's made a massive difference to my business because it's helped me to be able to leverage my expertise and who I am across the globe, not just across my local city. And that's how I've been able to get a lot of clients overseas. There's a few other things I do, but this is the main thing. Before I start, I'll let you know who I am. I'm Marlon, this is my family. I've got 4 boys. From the right is Jude, he's the second, he's 16. Then Joseph, he's 20. Then my beautiful wife, Tanya, who really is the wind beneath my wings. And then there's Jesse on the left, he's 12. And then there's Jira, who is, I think, 14. And so they're the boy. That's kind of why I do what I do. But Nick mentioned that I'm part of 2 agencies. I've got one agency that's mine, and then I went into partnership with another agency with a great opportunity, and that's been keeping me busy. I've also launched an app in the last, probably 6 weeks, and the app is based on what I'm about to teach you. And so everything I'm about to teach you takes about 4 hours for every video to complete that work. And this app allows me and my team to do that 4-hour process and do it in 15 minutes. And it's pretty remarkable. So I'm going to teach you tonight how to do it yourself. You don't need the app, but I'm also going to show you the app at the very end, just very quickly. I do a lot of consulting this year for Action Coach. I don't know if many of you know who Action Coach is. They're the world's largest coaching organization, and they have 1,000 coaches in 82 countries. And I've been working very closely with the management team this year across the globe and doing lots of workshops, teaching their coaches how to do what I'm about to teach you tonight. So tonight you get it for free, but they pay. And finally, I was a sales and marketing manager for 12 years. And the reason I tell you that is because everything I do is all based around sales and marketing blending together. I don't think sales is more important than marketing or vice versa. I think you need to have the 2 working together. And hopefully you'll see today how I have the 2 working together to get the results that I get. So content marketing, I believe, is the best way to grow a business. Now, it's not the only way. I run Facebook ads, and there's other things I do, networking, BNI, BizX, and sorry, there's a whole bunch of other strategies you can use. But I love content marketing because you can leverage your time. And the world really has moved to Google, and Google and YouTube is the 2 biggest search engines on the planet. And if you're in those platforms, then people will find you. And I'm going to show you how to get into those platforms without having to do a lot of extra work. The problem with content marketing, though, as good as it is it's hard, right? So I can't see you all, but actually now I can see you all. Let me just have a look. Just lift your hand up. Just wave to me if you actually have produced a piece of content like a blog post or a video, in the last month. Just give me a wave. You guys are amazing. That's like 90%. So most business owners or businesses don't do this kind of work, right? So you produced a piece of content. Who has emailed that content to their database? Just give me a wave. So maybe 1 or 2. And who has uploaded a video to YouTube? That's the second biggest one. Okay, there's a few more. That's good. Who has run a Facebook retargeting ad to retarget everyone who has visited the website, anyone in their database? Give me a wave. Anyone who's done that? Okay. And then the final one is social media. Who's posted on social media? Just give me a wave. So most of you. So there's a few of you who have done a few of those things. Now tell me, who's done all of those things? Give me a wave if you've done all 5 of those strategies. Kevin. So, hi Kevin, how you going? I've known Kevin for quite a few years, and it does not surprise me that Kevin has been one of the few who've done that. And Kevin, how long does that take you every week when you do that, how long does it take you?
It doesn't take me that long, Marlon, because I've got a VA and I give her all the content that I've got, and she sorts through it and does it.
Fantastic. And what do you use? What kind of content? Is it video? Is it a blog post?
Yeah, we do some videos. So I've got some videos, and then I just do a little introduction, and then she splices them together. Whatever she does, I don't do that, and that's what we use. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Well done, Kevin, because quite frankly, there's very few, I don't know many businesses that do all of those things. So that is awesome. So let's keep going. It's hard, right? And I'm going to show you today a strategy that's content marketing on steroids and how to actually get it done really quickly. So I believe what I've found over the last few years is that video is the #1 way to build trust quickly. Like, you can blog all you want. You can post to social media all you want. Quote cards, inspirational quotes and text and images. And you can send emails to your database, all year long. But if you want to build trust quickly, and if you're in a business where you've got to build trust, you've got to educate, or people have to trust you to take the next step, then video is the best way. What you can achieve in a 3-minute video of you speaking and teaching can take months to achieve in other mediums. And so that's why I love video, is because people get to see me, they get to hear me, they get to see my mannerisms when I make mistakes. And some people, I only found this out later in life, not everyone likes me. And that was a huge disappointment when I figured that one out. I thought everyone liked me, but I realized that not everyone liked me. And the reality is, it's good. Video is good because the people who don't like you, they move away from you. But the people who do like you, and there's many, many more people that will warm towards you and draw in towards you with video. And that's why video for me is the foundation of everything I do. What I love about video is it's your content and your voice. One of the problems with ChatGPT, give me a wave if you've used ChatGPT and you've tried to use it to write content. Okay. You know what the problem with ChatGPT is that it's generic content. As good as it is, right? ChatGPT can create content. And when you initially say, write a blog post on cats that are black, that live in Africa, it'll write a blog post for you. But when you do that multiple times, you begin to realize, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this content. It's not that great. The idea that it can do it is good, but when you read through it a few times, it's not great content. And the problem is, it's garbage in, garbage out. If you don't give ChatGPT great content, then it will give you back something that's mediocre and that really won't make you an authority in your industry. But if you learn how to write the right prompt with ChatGPT, and you learn how to educate it and then write a prompt, you can get better quality content out of ChatGPT, right? But there's an even better way of getting good content out of ChatGPT, and that is to give ChatGPT the content. And so you might say to yourself, why would I do that? I want ChatGPT to do all the work. Well, you do it because you want to create content that's your content in your voice that only you have. And many times when it gives you something, it's just generic stuff. And it's not just you doing this, everyone is doing this. So how do you make yourself stand out from the crowd? Well, the way you do it is you record a video of you teaching that content, you get it transcribed, and then you take that transcription and you paste it into ChatGPT and you say, ChatGPT, make this, rewrite it and make it sound awesome, or rewrite it and convince someone using this content that they need to book an appointment with me. And that's what I started to do, last year with ChatGPT. And you get much better quality content when you give the content and get it to write it. And just as a tip for you guys, like I've been doing this, I write a lot of Facebook ads now and I use ChatGPT. But the only way you can write an effective Facebook ad with ChatGPT isn't by going to ChatGPT and saying, you are an expert copywriter who knows how to write ads and you've read the best copywriters in the world and you are going to write a great ad for me. Now write an ad selling my product, which is, cat food. It just won't come back with anything great. But if you tell it and feed it, you write all of that, and then you feed it an example of an ad that you've written, and it might be terrible. It'll take that ad and make it, exponentially better. And so that's my tip to you with ChatGPT. The other thing with video is it helps you become omnipresent. And the strategy I'm going to show you shows you how to follow people around the internet and become omnipresent. And then the next thing is, 50 years ago, people would do 20% of their research and then call the salesperson because there was really not much they could research, right? So before they made a buying decision, they were about 20% down the road of making a decision. And then they were stuck. They couldn't get any information. So they had to call a salesperson, and the salesperson took them from 20% to 100%. Nowadays, it's reversed. Now people do 80% of their content online, their research online. And then when they're about 20% away from making the decision, they then call a salesperson. And if that's the way the world works today, you need to have content in the search engines so then people can actually have you as the authority and not someone else. And the best way when people are researching is through video, right? Because for the reasons I explained above. And then the last thing I'll say to you is this. I've got lots of clients doing this strategy, and a lot of them, we do it for a few months, and they say to me, Alan, is this even worth it? We're doing all this work, recording videos every week. Is it even worth it? And I say to them, just keep doing it. Like, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I've already told you, you're probably not going to get leads today. You might take a few more months to get it, but when they start coming in, there's a tidal wave of consistent leads coming in, but it might take a while. And most of them start talking to me like that, and then all of a sudden someone will book an appointment in their calendar and they have no idea who this person is. And when they get on a call with that person knows everything about them and they're ready to buy. They're pre-sold. And typically they get on the phone and it's a different relationship. It's not like, are you good enough for me to give you your money? They typically know the person. They're like, Marlon, love your videos. You said a few things in the video. Can you clarify? And, what's the next steps? It's a very different relationship. And the reason why is because typically that person has watched 10 videos of me before they get on the phone. And you know how we binge watch Netflix? We get a show and we just watch the whole thing in a weekend. Well, people binge watch you on YouTube. If they find a video of yours and you are very specific in recording a whole bunch of videos around a very unique topic that's unique to that person because it's your niche, if you record videos based on a niche, when that person watches one video, the next and the next and the next will all be relevant to that person, and they start to binge watch. And after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos, if at the end of each video, you ask them to book a call if they need help, they eventually book a call. I've had so many clients, when I get on a call, firstly I say, where did you hear about me? And they say, oh, I watch your YouTube videos. The next question is, why did you book the call? And they say, well, Marlon, because every video I watch, you tell me to book the call. So eventually I just book the call. And I find that a little humorous, but they are actually there because they're looking at working with me. And that's why I have clients in Canada and America and South Africa and Romania. All these people found my YouTube videos. It's funny because they didn't find my blog post. They found my YouTube videos. They watched a whole bunch. They booked an appointment, and then they became a client much quicker and much easier than someone who comes through a Facebook ad or comes through, another way that I use. So that's kind of the why. But let me show you the how. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I am going to share this. So what you guys should see now is it's called Miro, and it's a kind of a diagram. So you should be able to see a diagram there. Just give me a wave if you can see it. It's got pictures of me everywhere. Okay, so this is called the Video Marketing Machine, and this is what I do and how I've been able to grow my business and create a whole bunch of people that really trust me. The first thing I do is I record one video, and that video is a teaching video. So I will typically teach something. And if you can look here, this video is called Video Your Best Marketing Investment. And I'll go for anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, and I'll just teach. I then take that video and I upload it to YouTube. And so if you look here, I upload it to YouTube. And now it's in the second biggest search engine on the planet, which is YouTube. And I find YouTube is much more effective for me than actually the Google search engine. And I'll show you why. The next thing I do is take that video, I transcribe it, I go to ChatGPT, and I write into ChatGPT, take this transcript of my video based on this topic and rewrite it as a blog post. And ChatGPT in a couple of seconds, rewrites it. It's pretty good. Most of the time I make a few changes and then I take that and I upload it to my blog. Now I have two pieces of content, one in YouTube and one in Google. I then take that video from YouTube and I embed it in the blog post, right? And why do I do that? I do that because Google owns YouTube and Google is pushing YouTube, and Google likes it when you link a YouTube video into your blog post. It helps you with SEO. And so that's why I link the two. Now, let me show you something. This is why I've done really well, because if you go to Google and you type in how to create a Facebook ad, and look at these search results. The first 4 here are all sponsored ads. They're paid, right? Then you got the person who hits number 1, which is Buffer, okay? And then you have, and Buffer is an amazing company, been around for over 10 years, lots of content. Then you hit Facebook, which is actually part of the keyword. Facebook owns this phrase. It's funny that Buffer actually beat Facebook, but they did. But look at this guy, Ben Heath. This guy's a nobody, an absolute nobody. And he is number, 4? He's right up there. And look who he beat, HubSpot. These guys are a $7 billion company. They invented the term inbound marketing, and Ben Heath beat them. Hootsuite, he beat. WordStream, MailChimp, and Canva. He beat all those juggernauts who are all billion-dollar companies. Maybe MailChimp isn't a billion-dollar company, but I know Canva is, and I know HubSpot is, right? And Facebook. All right, so who's Ben Heath? Ben Heath is just like me. He's a marketing guy. He's from the UK. And quite frankly, like me, he's a bit of a nobody. But he recorded a video and uploaded it to YouTube. And when Google went out searching for content, the first thing it does is it goes to YouTube because it wants to put video, because it knows that if someone clicks this video, then a video is more engaging. It keeps people on it. They can show more ads. And so they showed his video here. And this guy beat everyone else because his website would never be able to rank. His website will never get on the first 20 pages of Google for this term, but his video got to number 3 or 4. And that is a really big lesson for all of us, that if we create video that helps you get high up in Google, your website cannot be very good, but your YouTube video can be slotted in there. And that's what's really important for you guys, even with local businesses. I deal a lot with physiotherapists and chiropractors and healthcare professionals, and virtually none of those guys are recording video. So my clients are recording video. And so even though their website, because it's a very competitive industry, the healthcare industry, right? There are people paying thousands of dollars a month for SEO consultants to do all the stuff that they do to get them high. It's expensive. It's competitive. Some companies have been there for 15 years. And if you're a 5-year-old company, you're just not going to get there. But if they record a video, the video can sneak its way up there because Google is favoring video. It's very, 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 very important strategy for all of us. The next thing we do is we take the video and then we use ChatGPT to write an email. So we take the transcript, or we take the blog post that's written, and we say, hey, ChatGPT, can you write an introduction to an email I'm going to send to my database that introduces the video, and then we put a link to the video. And every week we send that email to our database. Now, why do we do that? Because a lot of businesses, they just promote themselves to their database all the time. Here's our staff, here's the latest special, here's the event we've got. What I do is every week I will send an email to my database and ask for nothing. I will just educate. I will just help. I will just give them information. And by doing that, I become a bit of an expert with them in their mind. And I'm also touching base because, if you have a database and you don't email that database every single week, then that database has a shelf life and it's shrinking. It's not as effective as it used to be because people just don't know who you are. The other thing is that if you I actually send 2 emails every week, okay? And the reason is this, because most people don't see every email or they don't open it. They see it and they just skip it. But the importance of sending an email every week or twice a week is that they see your name and they just keep seeing it. And although they're not reading it, they're just seeing Marlon's there. Geez, Marlon's committed. Marlon takes this thing seriously. And that in itself builds credibility for you. The next thing I do is I take the content, the transcript, and then I write a Facebook retargeting ad. And what that is an ad that basically it's the video. I put it on Facebook. ChatGPT writes the copy, and then I show it to anyone who visits my website, anyone who is in my database. I upload the database to Facebook and I can show ads to them whenever I like. Anyone who watches a previous video on Facebook for say 50% of the video, I show this ad to them for the week. Anyone who likes my page or Instagram page, and anyone who opens a lead form. I don't know if you guys know what a lead form is. If someone opens it, you can retarget them. And that's super powerful. That's how you become omnipresent. So if you think about it, if someone subscribes to your YouTube channel, which quite frankly, very few people will do, but if they do, every time you post, they get to see it. But the weekly email is a way that you can always be in their inbox. Even if they're not reading it, they're seeing your name. And then every time they go to Facebook, for $1 a day, you can ensure that at least 2 or 3 times a week, they're watching a video of you on their phone and they're just hearing you talk. They're just hearing you teach and give and give. And that's how you become omnipresent. That's how you become the #1 expert in your industry, in the minds of your prospects. And then the last thing we do is we take the video and we turn it into 20 social media posts. So let me explain what that is though. So we create 4 pieces of content, right? So we create a blog post that we post, a long video, which is the full video, which is this video here. We do a short version of the video. We do a quote card, which is an inspirational quote. Where does that come from? Well, we go to ChatGPT and say, write an inspirational quote based on this transcript. And it pull out the most inspirational quote. When I say inspirational, but if it's a teaching video, it's the most educational quote, or it's the main point, or it's something that will make people think. And then the last one, okay, let me do that again. It's the long video, the short video, it's the blog post, and it's the quote card. So that's 4 pieces of content times 5 platforms equals 20 pieces of social media content for that week. And that is called the video marketing machine. And you think about this, if you did this every week for 52 weeks of the year, you'd run 5 marketing campaigns times 52 weeks. That's 250 marketing campaigns you'd run consistently. You can't tell me your business wouldn't grow, right? Like, you would be everywhere. You would be omnipresent to your prospects. Now, to do this, it takes about 3 to 4 hours to record the video. Well, forget recording the video. So once you get the video, to upload it to YouTube and write the description, to transcribe that into a blog post, that's ChatGPT. Actually, it used to take a lot longer before ChatGPT, but basically you create it, then you create the thumbnail, then you've got to upload it to the blog, then you've got to get your weekly email, put it in your software, schedule it, then you've got to go and create the Facebook ad, then you've got to create the quote card, you've got to create the video, then you've got to schedule it all. It's about 3 to 4 hours, okay? And so where do you have 3 to 4 hours? I still think it's worth it. I did this for 4 years doing this, and I did it for multiple clients. And it was, a really profitable service for me, and it was very valuable for the client. And so I have no complaints. And I've been teaching Action Coach, all the coaches, to do this. And so many of them have taken this on and they've just been routine doing it. And they invest some of them have got it down to 2 hours, take a few shortcuts. But they just do it and they've had really good responses. Some of them have got clients through it instantly, but I don't promise that. I think this is a long-term strategy. But if you do it, it escalates. So for example, I have had a break from taking video, from recording video and doing this for myself because I've been working so hard in a few other things. I built the app and work with Action Coach, and I've got my clients and build websites. So there's a lot going on. So I have actually taken probably a 6-month break from doing this, but I do it with my clients. I just started this week because the app works. And so I've started pushing content out again. But can I just say, over that 6-month period where I didn't record videos, I still got leads. So I didn't get leads, I got appointments. So I probably get anywhere from 1 to 3 appointments every week booked in my calendar of people who are pre-sold. And even though I stopped doing it the appointments still come. Do you know why? Because the content is on YouTube and people are still finding it. It's still working for me. And I've made, you know, a good chunk of my income this year from what I did last year. And that's what I love about this strategy. Now, the idea is you don't stop, but I did because I had a lot on, but I have still got it. Now, when you first start this, should you expect 1 to 3 appointments booked in your calendar every week, or purchases if you're an e-commerce site? No, you got to earn it, right? You've got to earn this. It takes a little bit of time, but once you get momentum, it just becomes a bit of a snowball effect. All right. Okay, has anyone got any questions so far? And Nick, how long do I have left?
Mate, we are at 7 o'clock, so you got a good 20 minutes there.
Okay, good. All right, anyone got any questions so far? Just call out, just unmute yourself or type it into the chat.
Hey, Marlon, I've got a question. So,
Hi,
Marlon,
Jane.
it's Jane, Mrs.
I saw
Z.
you there, Jane. I was going to say hello, and then I got straight into the
Long
conversation.
time no chat.
Yeah, I know.
Just in regards to what you've just gone over, the retargeting the ad, so that's the Facebook ad, correct?
Yes.
How long are you running that ad for?
Yeah, so typically I'll do it for, like, the strategy says do it for, and I invented the strategy, so it doesn't really matter. Do it for a week, because you do 1 video a week, but you can do it once every 2 weeks. Like, you don't have to be switching that video out every week, because, you know, it's a small audience and you're spending $1 a day. And so it's not like people are seeing it 7 times a week. Like, they're only going to see it, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 times a week. So you can swap it out. So the theory is you do it every week. So every week, everything changes.
So you're uploading a different ad every week?
Yeah. But I would say don't do it every week. I'd say do it at least every 2 weeks. And for some people,
and for how long? Like 7 days?
yeah, I'd say run it for 14 days.
14.
$1 a day.
Yeah.
And then change it out. And you can see with the stats, you can see if people start seeing it multiple times. And if they do, then bring it back to a week.
Yeah.
But if it's not showing it to people multiple times, then just leave it there, because it's just you know, it's all about if people get sick of it or not. So yeah, does that answer your question, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Jeff, it's 4 hours a video. So yeah, so every video takes 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours to do this manually. I'm about to show you a way where it takes 15 minutes. All right. Any other questions?
There's a comment in there, Marlon. The trouble with doing this is that once you give everything to ChatGPT, it becomes info for everyone else.
Yeah, probably. I've heard that. I'll give you my opinion on it. I probably don't care, because I don't think, like, if you look at me, like, I have a few things that, like, this whole strategy of the video marketing machine, right? I kind of made this up, right? And I think it's quite unique, but someone's going to copy me. And when they do, good on them. I don't own it. And so I think you're going to be copied anyway. I don't know. I probably shouldn't speak on it. I think the only thing I can say is I probably don't care. The benefit of using it far outweighs the problem of someone stealing what I say, because that's what I was trying to say. Pretty much everything I say, I read from someone else anyway. So I've got that from someone else. I didn't invent much of this stuff. And so, and if you're an accountant, the same thing. I work with an accountant who does this. Everything he says is exactly like everyone else's. So yeah, if you care about that, then yeah, it's a problem. But I think my attitude is I don't care. I'm not sure if that's good or not. Okay, everyone still has their own. So Ross says everyone still has their own unique slant on how we do what we do. Yeah, I agree. And you know what I think? Can I just say this? I think the power of this process is the video. It's the video of you speaking, and they can see and hear you. And ChatGPT has already taken all your content on your website. They've already put it and indexed it inside the app. So they've already taken it. But what they can't take is your face, your voice, and your personality. And even though they may take that, but they can't take the video. And if you look on my YouTube channel, I have like 200 videos on my YouTube channel, and this will last forever. And so, you know, I've got all these videos, and, you know, I get people looking at these videos all the time and booking appointments, and that's how I grow my business. All right. Any other questions before we move on? Okay. Yeah. Paul says it's a compliment to have someone quote you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let me show you the app. So this is what I've been doing all this time. I have built an app. And so I hope you can see that I have, I've shown you the blueprint. And actually, just so, I just want to add as much value as I can to you guys, just so you get this. I'm going to put this board in the chat as well. So I basically told you how I do it. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to do what I do, right? Record a video, use ChatGPT to write that, to write that, to write that, to write that, upload it there, and do all the work. That's pretty much it, right? So I'm saying that because I want you to do this yourself. You don't need me, and you don't need the app, right? I really like the idea of small business owners doing this stuff themselves. But if you do want a shortcut and you don't want to do all that yourself, then this is what I do now, okay? All right, so what I do is I have this app, and basically what I do is I upload the full video here, and I'll just choose a video, I'll upload it, and then, and I want you to watch this process, because I'm teaching you something here as well. For every full video you have that's 2 to 5 minutes, there's going to be a short video you can get out of that. And there's a great app called Opus.pro. It's called Opus.pro. And what it is you upload your long video here, and you guys have probably seen some variation of this before, but you upload your long video here, but this is the best one I've ever seen that does that. Upload your video, and within 5 or 10 minutes, it comes back, and look at this. It cuts that video. It's a 4-minute, 58-second video. It reduces it to a 55-second clip, to a 27-second clip, to a 18-second clip. And what's awesome, it gives it a rating. And that's like the likelihood that this video will go viral. Yeah, I wouldn't care about that score. So I thought that actually meant whether it makes sense to the person, because it's taking a clip, and what you got to do is make sure that when someone watches it, they get it. So if you click here. So what it does, it cuts it out, it puts subtitles on it, and it makes it the right size. All you do is you click this, download. Now all of a sudden, you have a short video that you upload here. So you upload your short video, put the title, and these are the 2 videos that we're going to post to social media, okay? And so once you upload the video, it processes, and in about 5 minutes, comes back and it says it's ready, okay? And when you process it, this is what you get. You get the blog post written for you with ChatGPT, and you get titles written. You get 5 titles. And your job now is to process this. So you say, oh, I like title number 4. And what you have to do is make sure that number 4 is standing. That's the only one there, because that's going to get published, right? And then you might go in here and you clean this up. You might put, a heading. What's good about this is you can put a heading in there, and you can format it. And that's like a H2 heading, if anyone knows what that is. And then you can save. And then this is you can integrate your WordPress blog. And so this is the URL. You can shorten it if you like. Save, and then you copy the URL, and we'll use that a bit later. And this is your weekly email that's written. You can see it says hi, and that's a token that replaces the person's name, writes the email. And what I like to do is at the end, it says click to watch the video now. And I like to put in the link of the blog post. And then when people click here, they go to your blog and they can watch the video. Remember, the YouTube video is embedded in the blog. And so, yeah, and then you click save. And you can see as we're going down, we're checking off everything we've done. And then here's the YouTube video. So if you say, I don't like any of those, I like my original one, you can just, just copy that. And then you can just paste that in the YouTube. This is the YouTube description. And then what we do is we have a setting where you can put this standard text in underneath every video. So this is where I ask for my strategy call. When someone wants to book a strategy call, I put my social media profile and I put my call to action to my Facebook group. So that gets added into every single YouTube video. This is the thumbnail text. So you can see that this is what's going to be, because the app's going to create the thumbnail for you. So you just choose the one you like, click save. And this is a quote card. Remember I said there's an inspirational quote? And so this is ChatGPT writing 3 inspirational quotes based on the transcript. Start with a video of you teaching content. It's your unique voice and information that makes you valuable. So I'll say I like that one. And then here, the Facebook ad, let's just choose this one. And then it writes the ad for you and you can edit the ad all you like. You can, do whatever you like here. And then save. Here's the long video. This is the Twitter version. So it can only be 300 characters. So you have to reduce it for Twitter. And then there's the long form. This goes to Facebook and LinkedIn. So you save it and then you do the same thing here. Just shorten it and then save. And then when you're done, you click next. And this is really interesting. What you do here is you put your headshot, and this is for the quote card. It puts your headshot in there when it creates it. And this is for the thumbnail image. So it puts a thumbnail, or it puts an image on the thumbnail, and then you can choose your company colors, and then you can click generate images. And so I'll just go to a video because that takes probably about a minute. So I'll just go to this one here where we've done that already. That's the wrong one. Yeah, so you can see here, it creates the images, and these are the thumbnail images for your blog post and for your YouTube video. If you don't like any, you can just upload your own. And here are the quote cards. So it generates a whole bunch of quote cards for you with the quote that you chose. And you can choose the one you like, or you can upload your own. Then you click next. And this is pretty cool. What this is this is an approval process. So if you have a VA that does all the work for you, and this is your final approval. If you've done step 2, you don't need to do this. There's a button that just says click all and just go down next. But if you have a VA doing it, and this is the problem we used to have, is we used to have our client approve a video and a blog image and a blog post and an email and a quote card and a social media post. It was just a killer. And so now they can just go here, they can watch the video.
You struggle to put your people in position.
They can read the blog post. If they're not happy with it, they can edit it. They can make changes, or you can make changes. They can save it. And then they just go down, and the whole idea is they approve each section. And then when that's approved, they click next. And then this is the schedule, right? So you can choose the date you want this campaign to start. So you might choose Monday the 27th. And then on day 1 at 10 o'clock, the YouTube video is published. On day 1 at 10, the blog post is published. On day 1 at 10, the long video is posted to Facebook and LinkedIn, because that video can't go on TikTok and it can't go on Instagram. And so on day 2, the quote card is posted to all platforms. Day 3, the email is sent to your database. It has a built-in database and email system. Day 4, it posts the short video to all social platforms. And then day 5, it publishes the blog post to all your platforms. Sorry, just to these 3 platforms. And then you schedule it. And when it's scheduled, you can just see what's coming up. So that's it. That's the app. And I built this app for me, firstly, so I can do it for myself and my clients. And then Action Coach, those coaches are using it now. And then, all my other clients and anyone who wants to sign up, I think it's a pretty amazing app that every time I've only had it for 6 weeks. So every time I look at it, I still smile because I just remember the 4 hours and I now realize it's only 15 minutes. So it's a real joy. All right, Nick, that's it.
Fantastic. I think you've just given me some time to go to the beach now.
Yeah.
I did have a question here. Sorry, and I missed that there. Does it work with LinkedIn? You can post to LinkedIn?
Yeah. It goes to LinkedIn. It has this over here. It has an integration. And so these are all the apps. It's LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, and Facebook page.
So you just link those apps to it, and then you've got
you just connect here,
access to
and
it.
then it connects them, and then you can connect your blog here, and then it has its own email system where you can upload your contacts. But we will be integrating with MailChimp if you have MailChimp, and there's a few apps that let us use an API to send emails, but most of them don't, unfortunately. So yeah, any other questions?
All right, any questions here? Oh, we've got a couple of questions here. Where do you get the app, and how much does it cost?
Yeah, so the app, you can obviously, this is the website, but the app costs $249 a month US. But actually, if anyone wants it, then it's actually $149. I've got a special link that you guys can just click on and sign up, and it's like $100 off. And it's just, I'm just trying to do that so as many people can use it as possible. So I'll just paste that into the chat. So don't sign up on the website, because the website is the full price. And then if you just go here, I'll just put that in the chat. And the other thing too is if you want it, I'll help you on board, and there's a whole bunch of things I do. But anyway, any other questions about video marketing?
I just think about our process, Marlon, some of the steps in there. I've got a couple of team members who do all of our posting and cutting and all that sort of thing. So when you say 4 hours a month, 4 hours a week, it's at least that for us, and going across all the platforms. But I can really see that this would be such a time saver, and it'd probably give us more reach as well too, because with that time saving, you can create more content.
Yeah, you can. It's look, I don't know, like I've been doing this manually for 3 or 4 years, and it was worth it. Like I'd spend 16 hours a month doing 4 videos, and it was worth every hour. And now that it's even shorter. So the thing is, Nick, is that people like you and me who are in marketing, we take the effort to do it, and because we have the skills to do it, right? But the average business owner can't do a lot of this stuff because, it's just so complicated. I say easily, you just create a thumbnail and just upload it, right? I'll create a quote card. And the average business owner is like, how do you create a quote card? Like they get stuck at that, and then they don't move forward. And that's why the app, like I said, I still smile, because it just puts the power in the hands of a normal person who doesn't have the skill set I have. Like, I think it's unfair sometimes I teach this stuff and I make it sound so easy, but it is to me, but it's not to everyone else. It's like someone who does martial arts. It's easy to them, but not to me. And so that's what I love about it. It's putting the power of this amazing 5 marketing campaigns a week in the hands of anybody can do it. And I'm really, excited about it.
I think it's an incredible app. So yeah, it really just makes it accessible and so much easier. Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a way of saying this. So I thought I'll say it rather than put it in the chat where it won't come out right. As a professional videographer, video producer and editor and live stream, I am very fussy and very particular about the quality of every video I make, which is why I don't make many of me. Yep. Nearly all of my videos are of somebody else and for somebody else. How would you approach advising people about recording their own videos?
Yeah, that's such a good question. And this is the thing that is the most difficult for this kind of thing. And I want to put my channel in there, not say you subscribe. I want to show you my channel, and I also want to show you the channel of a really great client of mine. His name is Jeff, and he has been doing this for 2 years solid. He is amazing. And you can see that we are totally different. So I'm a fast talking, I don't know, like I just love it. And Jeff is the opposite. Jeff doesn't like doing videos, right? And he'd prefer not to do it. But you know why he does it? Because it works for him, and he really he believes in his business. And he's been doing, look at this, Jeff has just outdone me. He's got like 200 videos. He's been doing it for 2 years. He does one video every week called Top Tip Tuesday. He does it week after week after week after week. And have a look at his videos. You tell me. But you know, Jeff has got so much work out of it recently. And he's got so many people who are his competitors. Not competitors, but he sells property, investment properties. All these real estate agents have been watching him, and now they say, Jeff, we love you. Like you look, you're honest, you're committed. We watch all your videos, and now they're referring him clients, and they get a commission, of course. But you know, he's done so well, and then clients come to him and say, Jeff, you know, the last 6 months I've been watching your videos, and I've been sick, but now I'm better, and I want to buy an investment property, or I left my job, and now I have to wait 6 months, and he has no idea who these people are. But how can you deny Jeff isn't the real deal? You know, like this guy's committed. Look how many videos he's got. Now, everyone is fly by night, in and out, trying to make a quick buck. This guy is committed, and people see that. That's the reality. When people see this, they say this, and watch the video. You'll see Jeff. He's a normal guy. Would probably never do video unless he came across me. He's doing amazing. His business is really benefiting from it. So I don't think I answered the question. What I'd like to say is this. Sorry, I'm saying this. The quality of the video doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I used to have a really expensive camera, and I used to have lights and all this stuff happening. Now I use a webcam. This is a webcam. It's a really good webcam. It's only $200. It's on special now. I just want to show you JB Hi-Fi. I use two things, right? This is how you get these videos done. Number one, get a webcam. This is the one I use. Right?
930. 20.
And you can connect it to, the reason I say this, you can connect it to any laptop, and you've got a really good camera. And then I say, use this, which is USB mic that you plug straight in. People will not forgive your audio not being good. Plug it into your computer. Now you have a world-class camera, world-class audio. You look at the camera and you just speak to the camera. Now, I know that's hard, and I haven't been able to cover how to write a script and all of that today, but the thing I'll say to you is people don't care if you stumble and you fumble and you make a mistake. And look at Jeff. Jeff's got a lot of videos where he's just not refined, genuine, and people just love him because, you know, when you see that a sleazy real estate agent down the road wearing a suit, slicked up, hair's perfect, and then you see Jeff, you're like, man, I'd rather deal with Jeff, right? And that is the power of video. I encourage you just to be yourself. Just be yourself, make mistakes. You know, my videos, I do one-take videos, and my wife will call me on the phone while I'm in the middle of the video, and she consistently does it, and I never turn it off. And I'll pick up my phone, I'll turn it off, I'll make a bit of a joke, and I'll just keep teaching. I don't edit my videos anymore because every time I edit it, I get stressed and I get upset and I sweat and I vow I'll never do it again. And then what I do now is a one-take video. It's got mistakes all the way through it, but at least I go live with it. And people want the real thing now. You know, we have Instagram influencers and all these people that are so perfect. You know what people really want? Are real people. And that's what we are. And that's how I've been able to do well and why I have so many videos, because I don't care. The last thing I'll say, I know I've gone on a bit long, but the last thing I say is my attitude is this. I don't care what you think about my video, because I'm in the top 1% who actually records videos and I'm adding value. And so if I make a mistake or I'm not eloquent, I don't care anymore. I used to, but now I'm like, you know, I'm doing my bit for society, right? I'm giving the best I've got. And if it's not good enough, that's okay. And if you like it, that's good. So I don't try and achieve perfection. Okay.
Can I just add a comment to that, Marlon? Because I'm a video guy as well too. I've been on video for years and years and years. But there was a day that I started, and that was the worst video I ever made. But you know, the funny thing about it was I didn't know what I was going to say, but it was authentic, and I was really sort of talking about my story at that point there. Can you believe that very first video I made, I got emails from a guy in Sydney who I'd never met, who wanted to connect with me, and got comments and whatever that came on the social media platform. But when I go back and have a look at that video, it was a terrible video. It was like there were mistakes and stumbling and all that sort of thing there. So I think in terms of video too, it's often, you know, I've got to get my makeup right. Well, I didn't have any today, but you know, and it's getting everything perfect. But I think that the only thing that you can get perfect is starting. And if you don't start, it's never going to be perfect. If you do start, that's a perfect place to be.
Yeah. And you know what? Your first 10 videos are going to be awful. They're going to be awful. When you look back at them, at the time, you'll say, they're pretty good. Then you'll look back 2 years later and say, they were awful. And so just get over it. Just get over the first 10 because your 11th is going to be awesome. But if you don't release your first 10, some people just record and record and record and never release because they say, well, when I get really good, I'll release in like a month. Don't do that. Record a bad video and release it. Record another one and release it because the process of releasing teaches you something every time you do it. And so you got to get to 11 and then you'll just get better and better. But expect them to be bad. Like I looked at my first videos, if you look at them, I actually thought they were awesome. Like when I looked at, if you go back to my first videos, I was proud of them. I thought this is amazing. And I published them and I was actually proud. Now I look back at them, they were awful. I've got one video that my boys, they're really good boys, but they laugh at me a little bit with my videos. And they laugh. I've got this video, they found it and they played it over and over again. They said, Dad, it's so fake. You were trying to be someone you weren't and you thought you were so good. And I left it. They said, take it down. I said, no, because that's my journey. That's when I cared about what people thought. And people want to see that. They want to see you grow as a person and as a business owner. And so yeah. Get over your first 10 because no matter how good you think they are, when you look back, you'll always cringe. Just like the stuff we wore in the 80s, the clothes we wore in the 80s.
I still wear those, Marlon. Look at this. All right. If there's any last questions, this is your last opportunity for it. If people do want to get in touch with you, Marlon, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, I'll put my email address. Is that all right?
Yeah, perfect.
And I'm happy to help you guys. Like email me. Like I try to give heaps, and you know I tell people call me, email me. No one ever does because everyone thinks that they're being a burden. And so yeah, if you do email me and ask for help, I'll help you. I think most people would, but don't be shy. I'd love to help you in any way I can.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, thanks very much for that, Marlon. Like I learned a heap of stuff in there too, and I could see people, you know, heads down, which means that some of them were taking notes. So really good session. And I think absolutely critical that everyone's doing video these days. For the one reason that you said, only 1% of people are doing them. So being that 1%, and then you're ahead of 98 or 99% of them.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's, now we do have a door prize for today as well too, don't we?
Yes.
So do you want to tell us what that is?
Yes. So what it is when I work with a client, so I do this process for clients and I charge $1,500 a month to do it because I have some clients that say to me, Marlon, I don't want to do it. Like, I just don't have the time. They got more money than time. So then they pay me to do that. But when I take those clients, but I want you guys to use the app because it's quicker and cheaper. But for those clients, I have an initial meeting with them. And that's what they pay for. In that meeting, I make a list of all the videos that they can make over the next 6 months. And I teach them a script and I write 2 scripts with them. And it's the outline I use. And then I give them advice on the camera. I look at the camera and I do all of that. And we do all that in the first meeting. And that's what the Lucky Door Prize is. It's an hour with me and we're going to do work. So we're just going to, I want you to come. And I want you to have, what your business is. And then we're going to make a list of 20 different topics. I'm going to show you how to use the template. We're going to write 2 scripts and we're going to look at your setup and get you going. So after that, you can, record your first video. So
fabulous, fabulous, excellent. So don't leave yet. If you're thinking about hitting that exit button, now is not the time to leave because we're going to draw this right now. We have a special way of drawing it. So just wondering if you can stop sharing your screen there, Marlon, and then we will bring up, that's right, we've done it. We've got our wheel of names there. So everybody's name is in this wheel of names. If you have left, then you won't know that you won it. And in fact, you still won't know because we'll redraw it again for someone that's in the room. All right, well, let's spin the wheel. All right, and it's away. So give it a virtual drum roll, please. And it's ticking around, and our lucky winner is, look at that, Paul Kennedy. Are you still in the room, Paul? I've just lost the view of everyone. Here we go. Are you still here, Paul? Let's have a look at the
Yeah,
name.
he's here.
He is?
Yeah, just Paul, come off mute.
There he is. He's probably disappeared somewhere. He's pretending that he's watching.
No, I am here. I
He's
promise
There
I
he
am.
is.
Yep, there we go. I was
You're out of
watching
breath,
the.
Paul.
I was
You're out
watching
of
the
breath.
wheel.
Did you just run in?
No. I was watching the wheel go round, and I willed it to stop. And I deliberately didn't have my video on because I could see, Nick, that once again you had outplayed me on shirts, and I wasn't prepared to admit that. But anyway, so no, look, I'm delighted. Thank you. I'd love to take that up. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, what we'll do is we will introduce you by email tomorrow, connect you both together, and then you can organise that between you. So congratulations. Actually, I think that's the first time you've won, isn't it, Paul?
I think it's the first time I've lifted my video up, to be honest. But anyway, yeah. So no, we're all good. And thanks, Marlon. I'm delighted to have done that and look forward to using video. And this will be a great way of getting me underway. So thank you.
Excellent.
good.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's give Marlon a huge round of virtual applause. Thank you very much for coming along tonight and sharing your knowledge. That was sensational. Lots of good comments coming in on chat as well. And for those that want to see this again, this will be up on our YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon. So now's a good time to go and subscribe to that channel. Hit that little bell when you subscribe, and you'll get a notification as soon as it's uploaded. We'll drop the link to the YouTube channel in the chat. So a good time to go and save that chat as well. The chat has got the links in it, links to the software. To save the chat, there are 3 little dots at the bottom of chat. If you click that, then you can save it to computer. Once you do save it, just remember to click the link. Now, a link will pop up and it will take you directly to where you've saved it, so you don't have to wonder where on earth it went on your computer. All right, well, that's our session for tonight. Thanks again, Marlon. Thanks, everyone, for coming along and joining us tonight. And we will be here again, same time, same place next week with another topic, which I can't tell you at the moment because we're just confirming it. So I'll let the cat out of the bag during the week when we shoot out our email. So once again, thanks for everyone for coming, and have a sensational night. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Business Owners Smashing It Online podcast. You can also find me on social media and online. Just search for Business Owners Smashing It Online and Nick Cree, spelled Nikree, all one word. If you like this and want to hear more, subscribe now. Until next time, don't be a slave to your business. Get your business working for you.